Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and we're here to talk about consoles and stuff like that. So, at the moment, we obviously have the Switch, which is this, and this lovely guy here. I've been playing Animal Crossing, obviously, all day. So, we have those current consoles, and you have. Hang on for a moment. This guy. So we have all your Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance, NES, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Master System, Atari, even DS you could do on this. So this is the jack of all trades console, the gateway to all your portable consoles. And that's really, really good. However, we've gotten some new stuff in. And you've probably seen it. We've streamed a bit of stuff from the Wii U, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and Banjo-Kazooie, I guess. And the Wii U. So the Wii U will be able to allow us to play Wii games on it, which is pretty handy. Games like Mario Galaxy and the Metroid Prime trilogy series and Wii Sports and all your sort of classic sort of Wii games that we'll be able to play. That will be coming down the track because I've got to get a Wii remote. But the Wii U games are pretty good. Games like Zombie U and Twilight Princess, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and any other sort of Wii U games that have not been released on the Switch, we may play in the future and things like that. It's just nice to have the option of the Wii U around. So, which is pretty good. So, I think with the Wii U, that will be really handy. There'll be a lot of cool games that we'll be able to play. And it's just another option to play the Wii games on something a little bit better. So, the other console, which is a little bit strange for a Nintendo channel, is the PS4. Now, we've always said that we would stream games to... we would stream games from different consoles that are not Nintendo. And we have done that. Like Sega Master System 2, and we've done Atari games and things like that. So we have veered off the beaten track, so to speak, about that. So I'm looking forward to... So tonight we'll be debuting it with the Shadow of the Colosseum. So I have no idea what the game is, but I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. And we do have the classic GTA games on it, San Andreas and Vice City on it, which I'll probably play at some point. And there's other games like the Call of Duty Battle Royale game, which came out recently, which is pretty cool. We could possibly play it during the day one day. And and we've also got all sorts of different potential games that we can play on the PS4 later on down the track. The collection is small. It's around 20 games, but it will slowly build over time. And we do have plans to get a big external hard drive for the next 2 to 3 months to solve that problem of PS4 games and the limits of, downloading and re-uploading, downloading all sorts of games and things like that, so we can have a big collection out of that, which will be very cool for the PS4. So some people might not like the idea of me playing rival consoles, but I don't think people will be too upset. We'll mainly play your big hitting games, the games that sort of really matter, I think, on the PS4, because we can play all those more obscure games on Nintendo because it makes sense, and that's a priority because that's what the channel is about. You can do, I believe, other content that's not your main focus, but you probably shouldn't do it all the time, type of thing. So now, what's coming up? So we've already got the PS4 and the Wii U and that. We'll be getting the Nintendo 64 hopefully next month. I think the beginning of next month we'll be able to get that console in and get all the parts set up for that. We'll be able to play all sorts of different Nintendo 64 games, like the Rare games, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, and Banjo-Kazooie. We're already sort of doing that. We might restart it again, who knows. We've also got... what else do we have? We would have Banjo-Tooie, Mario 64, and Ocarina of Time, and all the classic games, Mario Kart and Mario Party games and all that sort of thing, and Turok, and lots of games for the N64. So lots of things to talk about later on there. And the other one will be getting a GameCube controller, so we can play GameCube games off the Wii console that we do have that's kind of behind me there, and we'll be able to play GameCube games like Double Dash and Melee, Smash Brothers, and all sorts of games like that. So we're never going to run out of games. The hard part is sort of picking a game that I want to play, and what else? And just sort of picking the right time. Like sometimes playing a game on the wrong day happens, and people not too interested in that sort of stuff. Yeah, all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Ooh, I'm going to check on my chat. Nope, go a little bit lower. But yes, that's all the updates really about the consoles. We have now the Switch, the Wii U, the Super Nintendo Classic, and the PS4. So, 4 good consoles. And then we will open up and get the N64, GameCube stuff, and Wii once we get the Wii Remote Nunchuck. And there will be 7 consoles. I think that's quite a lot. Technically, it's a lot more than that, but you understand what I mean. So a lot of consoles, a lot of games to play this year. Is basically the world events of has sort of made sure that there will be plenty of time to play video games and muck around in that. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. And I will finish off the whole sort of gaming budget update in the next couple months as I get the last few things in, and then I'll work on probably fixing up the PC section of things. Maybe work on a PC upgrade a little bit and other stuff, because the desk is not particularly great. There's just always a lot of cluttered stuff on it, and the desks themselves are pretty short too, so that makes it a bit hard. So I'll look into that in the next few months and keep doing the upgrades here, and it'll be a lot of fun actually. So that's all I've got to say. Big thanks to everyone for this NNN show, and do keep watching my stream shows. It does help out a lot. And big thanks to the mod team who's been doing really, really well too. So that is it for me, and I shall see you later on.